And my first thought was, I have no idea what you're talking about. I've never heard of such a thing. And so I asked him, what does that mean? He was explaining, well, a bus minister is where you can do outreaches in the community. You have bus captains. Bus captains ride the bus to keep the kids under control, and you bus kids back to the church. And it's a really awesome opportunity. And my first initial thought was I'm not quite sure what that even means. It's kind of a far-fetched idea. But I told him I'd think about it. And then he turned to me as we're parking the car, and he said, "One day, I'd preached my best message, a message that took me almost a month to prepare, and now the reality of being a lead pastor was quickly hitting me. The weight of being responsible for a church, having to preach again in just a few days, and not really knowing exactly what I was doing, all of it was kind of hitting me all at once. And I spent a good part of that morning pacing back and forth in my office here, my new office, boxes everywhere, praying and asking God, why did you call me to do this? I don't know what I'm doing. Why in the world would you ever bring me to this place? I've never pastored a church. Sure, I'm a pastor's kid, but what does that matter? I just knew where they kept the grape juice and the crackers. I didn't see what my dad was doing half the time. What am I supposed to do now? And it was this overwhelming moment. And it was similar to how I felt pacing the kitchen and dining room with my newborn baby. Similar to how I felt that moment my dad asked me that question. But now the stakes seemed even higher because there's a church. And I think the church isn't just an organization. I don't know what it is to you. Maybe to you it's just a place that you come or an institution in the world. But I have this deep, deep belief that the church is bigger than that. It's deeper than that. The church is a very special place in God's heart, but also God's mission. And the weight of that was hitting my shoulders. And each of these are moments for me where I found myself at the end of myself. I don't know if you've ever found yourself facing the end of yourself. In those moments, when we've reached the end of ourselves, what do? How do we respond when we've come to the edge of ourselves, of what we are capable of, what we know? When we are asked to do something or called to do something or a door is open and we're like, I have no clue what to do on the other side of that. What do? From a self-help perspective, maybe you just dig deeper, somehow find the force within you and you press on. Or maybe if you've grown up in an environment where you were constantly told that you aren't good enough, that you can't do it, maybe this is the moment that you check out. You throw in the towel. You're like, I can't do this, and therefore I will not do this. And you